I'm Luke Summerhays, and I love Miraidon. Traditions and the past have always been a key part of Pokémon. Many monsters are based on Japanese yokai or other mythical creatures from around the world, and one of the reasons for the series' creation was a desire to go back to a time in Tokyo's past when children could roam the grassy fields and catch bugs. On the other hand, an element of hard science fiction has also always been present, drawing inspiration from Ultraman, Kaiju, and Jurassic Park, and resulting in elements like the Pokeballs, revived fossils, and clone monsters. Pokémon Violet is all about futurism, from the high-tech school and science lab in the main story of both 9th generation games, to the robotics paradox forms exclusive to this one. The chiseled Professor Turo is interested in the future. When we delve into Area Zero and discover that he has built a time machine, died, and been replaced by a robot, then, despite my bias for prehistoric beasties, the overall theme does make a lot more sense in Violet. Miraidon is the ultimate future paradox Pokémon, a digitized cyborg version of Cyclizar, with streamlining transformations and jet engines. Nonetheless, a cute personality and a desire for sandwiches can come through just as strongly as with Koraidon. Miraidon's name takes the same little ride-on pun as Koraidon, combining a dinosaur like Don with this time the Japanese word for future. In another fun moment of sci-fi, it may have been named by the player in some time paradox shenanigans. Pokémon Scarlet says of low-power mode Miraidon, its characteristics match those of a mysterious object recorded in an old expedition journal as the Iron Serpent. And Violet says, it was given the name Miraidon by the professor who discovered it. Its ecology and other details are unknown. Just as with Koraidon, while we meet Miraidon in a meek mood and with its true power hidden, we unlock first ways to travel on it through feeding Herba Mystica, and then its true battle potential when it faces its demons in Area Zero. And Scarlet says of Ultimate Mode, much remains unknown about this creature. It resembles Cyclizar, but is far more ruthless and powerful. And Pokémon Violet says, this seems to be the Iron Serpent mentioned in an old book. The Iron Serpent is said to have turned the land to ash with its lightning. Miraidon's ultimate mode is perhaps even more ridiculously powerful than Koraidon's. The Pokémon has very high speed and special attack to begin with, combined with the ability Hadron Engine, which activates electric terrain and also boosts power in electric terrain. Add the move Parabolic Drift, which does extra damage on super effective hits, and you have a Pokémon dealing some of the most outrageous damage ever dealt, all on the first turn. Some fans, particularly when Scarlet and Violet were first revealed, had issues with Miraidon in particular, complaining that something so mechanical didn't belong in Pokémon, or calling it a Digimon thanks to its LCD eyes. Not only is it no bad thing to be a Digimon, I love the digital monsters, that was also a very short-sighted take. Pokémon has always had one foot in tradition and another in the future. The best possible future, in which we live in harmony with nature and throw it the odd sandwich. Music for Luke Loves Pokémon is composed by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork for the show is by Katie Groves. Writing, producing, and editing is by me, Luke Summerhays. Funding is provided by my lovely listeners. If you'd like to join them to help keep the show online and find other podcasts by me and my pals, head over to patreon.com/podcastiopodcastius. Coming up are Walking Wake and maybe the other new beasts, depending if I end up deciding they need a whole episode each or not. So if you thought about those or any other monster, please hit me up with a DM at LukeLovesPKMN or an email to lukelovespkmn@gmail.com. And of course, I'd love if you could leave a 5-star rating and review, on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen. Even if you don't feel like doing any of that, thank you so much just for listening. I love Miraidon. And remember, I love you too.